Hey guys, it's Joey, aka joewoahy, and I'm back with another video, you already know. And I'm going to be doing a story time video about when I came out to my parents, basically. So, I recently made a coming out video, you guys already know. If you haven't watched already, I am gay. When you're gay, you need to obviously tell people, you know? So I obviously told all my friends and everything that I was gay and everything, and it was time for me to tell my parents, obviously, all that shit. Okay, well, I'm just gonna get straight into the story. So basically, I came out a couple days ago, I think like a week ago, honestly, now that I think about it. So I went out with my friends to McDonald's, obviously, and I'm literally always there. And we were just talking about the whole being gay and coming out to our parents and how just being gay is normal and just on the topic of gay and all that shit. You guys get what I mean? Because my friends can relate and they're there for me when I have a topic about being gay and all that stuff. They're just, I have really open-minded friends. I had to leave because it was pretty late, so I got my dad to come pick me up, to bring me home from McDonald's. In that moment, I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna come out. I just knew that I wanted to come out to them, to both my parents. So I kept quiet. I didn't say anything to my dad. I was texting my friend and I was like, oh my god, I think I'm gonna come out tonight. I'm ready. I just want to come out already. So while I was texting my friend, I was so fucking nervous. The whole car ride from McDonald's to my house, my heart was racing so fucking fast. I was just so scared. It was honestly so scary and oh my god, I was so nervous. Oh my god, taking me back to that time, oh my god, beach. So we got home and right away I was ready. I got home, took off my shoes, and I walked and I saw my mom was there. I was like, hey mom. And after I was like, so can I bring you guys to the kitchen? I want to tell you something. And after they're like, yeah, sure, what is it? And I was like, just come, I want to talk to you. Oh my god, I was so, I just remember this. I was so fucking scared. Okay, so I sat my parents down. I basically was like, so I've been wanting to tell you this for a long time. It's been on my mind for so long. I want to tell you something. It's on my mind. I just wanted to tell you something. I was like, so I'm gay. And when I said that, I'm so happy how I said it because I didn't stutter. I was like, and you know what I mean, bitch? I just said it. I was like, I'm gay. I was so scared to say it to my parents. Saying I'm gay to my parents is the scariest shit ever. When that happened, my parents just were they were just looking at me just and it was honestly, oh my god, I'm going back to this time when that happened and it was so scary, fuck. And when that happened, my mom was like, no, you're lying. And I was like, I'm not lying, I'm telling the truth. My dad didn't say anything. My mom did most of the talking. And my mom was just like, are you kidding? Are you for real? And I was like, yes, I am, I'm gay, whatever. They didn't believe me. They thought I was lying. They started talking with me and basically they were like, I don't believe you. How is this possible? I was like, it's true. I was like this. I'm born like this. I'm fucking, I'm gay. I honestly thought my parents knew I was gay because, how I acted towards them and just, me in general. And, I'm pretty sure my mom, found my YouTube channel, so I thought she, knew already. And I don't know, I just thought they knew, ever since I was younger. And I was telling that to them. I was like, I thought you did know I was gay. When I was younger, I used to always play with, Barbies. I used to, always have friends who were girls. I used to love being a girl, dressing up as a girl. I loved girly things. And my mom even found that I wore makeup. For those of you who don't know, yes, I wear a little bit of makeup. It's not that much, just to cover up. And she was saying, I don't know, it just never came across my mind. And I was fucking shook. I was like, oh wow, they never knew. Then my dad said to my mom, he was like, oh, I knew this kid was different. I knew something was off about him. I knew there was something off. And I was like, oh wow. So my mom didn't know I was gay and my dad kind of knew. So then after they were just talking to me and I was just saying that I knew this for a long time. I knew I was gay for the longest time. And they thought that I had to experiment with a guy or experiment with a girl and a guy to see what I liked. But when I was talking to them, I was saying, I don't have to experiment with a dude. I don't have to do anything with a girl. I just know because on the inside, you get what I mean? For those of you guys who are gay, bisexual, lesbian, anything like that, or even transgender, you guys get the point that this is who we are, we didn't choose this. And I was telling that to my parents. I was like, I didn't choose this, I was just born like this, I'm gay. As I was talking to them, I just started crying because I thought that they weren't gonna accept me. And I was telling my parents, I'm like, I thought you guys weren't gonna accept me, I'm so scared, I was just scared to tell them all that shit was going down. My mom and dad were just telling me how like they're not used to like having a gay person in their family because like no one in my family is like gay, whatever. So they were like, wow, like this is the first time. Like they didn't know what to expect. My dad was more shocked. My mom was more like accepting. Like I can tell when I was coming out to my parents, my mom was way more accepting. My dad was just like kind of just like whoa, you know? And they were asking me if like I liked anyone, like any guy, and I was like, no, like I don't have a boyfriend, like I don't like anyone, all that shit. My dad then began to say how what's going to happen in the future, like do you want to marry a guy? Do you want to be with a guy? And I was telling him yes. Like I obviously want to be with a guy like right now, or just like in, I don't know, like I want to have a boyfriend, obviously, who doesn't? But like my mom was just telling him like that's too soon, like don't worry about that, all that stuff. And my dad was like, do you want to have kids? Like, and I was just like, what the hell? Like, it was honestly so weird because he was talking like so soon about that. And like, I'm still so young. Like, I'm only 17. And he was talking about like getting kids and all that stuff. He was like, how are you going to get kids? And I was like, what the hell? I was like, if I want to get kids, I could easily just adopt them. Like, the fuck? And after they were saying about like marriage, and I was like, okay, honestly, if I want to get married to a guy, like, I will fucking get married to a guy. Like, you get what I mean, bitch? Like, I don't care what people think. And then after my dad was just telling me, like, what do people think about you when you go out like that in public and all that stuff, and I was like, I don't care what people think about me. If they want to look at me weird, if they want to make fun of me from the way I dress or act, I don't give a fuck. Because my dad was telling me that, like, I acted differently. That's kind of how he knew I was, like, kind of off or, like, different. And I was just telling him, like, I don't give a shit, you know? Like, if someone wants to fucking make fun of me, go for it. Like, I'm just being myself. It was honestly just a lot of stuff in that moment. Like, I just talked so much to my parents about, like, being gay and all that stuff. And just, like, kind of educating them on, like, the whole, like, being gay and all that stuff. When I finished talking to them, I gave my mom a hug, and not my dad a hug. He honestly was not feeling it. Like, my dad was fucking, like, not into me. Like, I honestly feel like he did not fucking like me anymore or love me anymore, and I really felt very hurt about that. I basically went upstairs into my room, and I heard them talking. When I was in my room, my door was open, and basically my dad was like to my sister, wait, so how did you know he was gay, whatever? But basically, my sister found out I was gay because one of her workers fucking found me on like a dating website. Like a gay dating website, which I honestly think I know which one it is. I think it's fucking Grindr, bitch. So he probably found me on there, or Tinder. So he found me on there, and he found out, and he told my sister. I don't fucking know why he would do that, but whatever. And she knew from there. That's when she confronted me. And as they were talking, when I heard that, I was like, oh my god, I was like, shit, I was like, oh. Then after, my dad was just basically saying, like, how it's disgusting that I'm gay, and, like, because my dad's, like, a homophobe, honestly, he really is, and it's really sad. But my dad was like, that's disgusting, like, I don't want to see my son with another guy, like, kissing, like, that's so gross. And my mom was just saying, like, who cares, like, why does it matter, like, that's who he is, we can't change him, like, what can we do? When I heard that, I was honestly just so like heartbroken. I literally started crying. It was really sad because hearing your dad say that about you, it hurts. And the next day, it was just normal with my parents. Like, they didn't say anything to me. Like, we were just normal until. So that day, I was going to hang out with my friends. One of my friends was like, hey, like, I should do your makeup. Like, that'd be so dope. And I was like, oh my god, hell yeah, like, let's do it. And I was like, I already came out to my parents yesterday. Like, if they see me with makeup, like, it doesn't matter because, like, I'm gay, whatever, like, my parents know. So I went to my friend's house, she did my full glam of makeup, and I honestly loved it. I texted my mom, and I was like, hey, like, if I come home with, like, makeup on, like, will dad care? Like, do you guys care? And she didn't answer me. So I was like, okay, like, whatever, I guess I'm doing it, like, I'm coming home with makeup on. And I was at McDonald's, and I was going to go home. So I called my dad, I was like, hey, like, can you come get me? And he was like, yeah. And I said, hey, like, I have makeup on, like, do you care if I have it on? Like, I want to show you. And he was just like, oh my god, Joey, like, that's disgusting, what are you doing? And I was like, I want to show you what I look like. And he was like, just hurry up. And I was like, okay. He comes to get me, and I'm walking with my makeup on, full face. So when I got into the car, my dad just looked at me and he was like, that's disgusting, like, what are you doing? Do you think you're a girl? And I was like, what do you mean, like, guys can wear makeup too? All that shit. Because my dad does not understand any of that shit. Like, I swear, he's like still stuck in the fucking 19 whatever the fuck. He doesn't understand that in 2017, like, this is normal. He just doesn't understand that. So he was just saying a bunch of hurtful things, and I literally started crying on the fucking car ride because, I don't know, I guess I'm kind of sensitive, and I just started crying because, like, it was really bad, all the stuff he was saying, and just, like, being really mean to me. So when I got home, I showed my mom, and I was like, hey, look, like, this is what I look like with my makeup on. And my mom was like, not feeling it either. And it honestly really did hurt me because I thought I looked really good, and seeing their reactions, like, my friends were just so nice to me, and I honestly did feel like I looked really good. I was posting on my Snapchat story, like, me with makeup on, and you guys were like loving it, and I was like, wow, like, damn, like, I look really good. Clearly everyone's complimenting me, like, it felt so good. And after when I showed my parents, it was a whole different story. They were not feeling it, they just didn't like it. I sat down with my mom, and honestly that night was just fucking so hurtful and everything. Basically, my mom was just saying how I couldn't wear makeup anymore because it's just too soon. I came out to them yesterday and I came home with makeup, which I totally understand because, like, I guess that was my fault because, like, they're not used to it still. Like, I was just so fast. I was like, okay, like, I'm gay, now I can fucking wear makeup and all that stuff because I've been hiding who I was for so long. And so I can never be like myself with them. And now that I finally said that I was gay with them, I finally wanted to like show my true colors and show them who I really am and like how I like girly stuff. Like, it doesn't matter because I'm gay, whatever. You get what I mean? But clearly it was too fast to tell them. I was basically sitting down with my mom in my living room, and my dad was just saying, that's disgusting, look at you, you look like a girl, what are you doing, just being really bad. And that literally just kept on making me cry even more. I was just saying how I wanted to move out when I was 18, which I'm 17 now, so next year. And my mom was just crying to me. It was honestly an emotional night, like, you guys don't understand. She was just crying, saying, don't move out, like, please don't leave me, like, stay. My dad was treating me like really bad, like literally treating me like trash. Getting treated like that from your parents sucks, obviously. My mom basically told me not to come home anymore with makeup, no makeup. She doesn't want any makeup anymore on me. And I was so honestly hurt because, like, I wanted to do it even more, but I guess I'm just gonna give it some time. That's basically most of what happened when I came out. My parents have been treating me really good lately. Like, my dad obviously is not fully accepting towards me being gay and everything, like, he's not. I'm just gonna give it some time. My mom fully accepts me, which makes me so happy. But I just also want to say thank you guys so much for all the support on my recent video of me coming out. On that video, I got so much love and support, and also on my Instagram, you guys were just being so nice to me. Like, I saw all your DMs, your comments, everything. I also saw your tweets and it made me feel really good. Thank you guys so much for being so nice to me and still accepting me for who I am. But yes, basically that all happened, and during that whole time, I just honestly felt like I shouldn't have came out to my parents. But now that I rethink about it, I'm honestly really happy that I actually did come out to my parents now because I was so ready to come out to them. Like, I've been waiting to come out to them for so long. It's just like a huge relief. Like, I felt so good after, like, right now I feel so good that I just came out to my parents and that's over and done with. It just feels good because also my mom and I weren't talking before, and ever since I came out to her, me and her have been really close lately, and it makes me feel really happy. Although with my dad we're not really like close. Me and my dad never really were close, and I don't think me being gay is gonna make us any closer, which sucks. But I really hope that he just comes to terms with me being gay and we can obviously like be close and talk and he'll accept me, because I know he doesn't fully accept me. He's also got used to it, but whatever. For anyone out there who didn't tell their parents yet, honestly, there's no rush. Whenever you feel comfortable to tell either your friends or your family, I would honestly just do it. If I was you, this is the advice I can give you. Tell a close friend first and make sure that they will still be friends with you, because I know that there's people where I came out to them and they don't want to talk to me anymore, because there's a lot of other people with other opinions where they're just like, fuck people who are gay, fuck people who are lesbian, any of that, you get what I mean? Obviously there's homophobes in this world, so if you have a friend who doesn't accept you and you come out to them, fuck them, that's all I can say. You guys don't understand how many people I dropped because they don't fucking accept me for who I am. If you don't accept me for being gay, or if you're just gonna make fun of me, or you think I'm like a different person, then fuck you. I don't fucking need you in my life. You can go and make other friends, like, fuck them. You don't need people like that in your life. That's all I can say. And when you come out to your parents, just honestly give them some time. They're gonna have to get used to the whole fact of you being gay, lesbian, bisexual, all of that. They're gonna have to get used to it. So just it takes time. Don't worry. They obviously still love you. Like, I know my parents still love me. I hope I inspired some people who are going through the same struggle as me, and I just want to share this video with you guys and share my experience of coming out to my parents. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please make sure to leave a nice big thumbs up. Also, comment down below if you are going through the same problem that I went through, or if you want some help. I'm gonna try to reply back to as many of you guys as I can to try and help you and give you the advice you need. Subscribe to become a hoey, and if we get this video to 1,000 likes, I'd really appreciate it. I love you guys all so much. Be yourself and don't be afraid of who you are. Express your fucking true colors. And yeah. Okay, bye guys, love you.